Had no idea that this even existed. There's a Warriors comic book finally. Warriors can come out and be like, thank you. This is how you want me to hold it. We are heading into the Central Trenton High School Comic Convention.
We came here last year, loved it.
Loved it. It's all for charity. All of the money going in goes to the school. It's the home of the Tornadoes. Some of our friends will be here. Mutation Comics will be here. Greg the Ghoul will be here. Maybe John Costa will be here. We don't know. We're hoping to find a New Mutants number 14 to finish the New Mutants run. Cassidy's going to buy me that Fantastic Four number.
Sure.
See you inside. So we visited Central Trenton High School Comic Con, taking a break from Comic Shop Orama this week and visiting a convention that we really like. This was the third annual. We took a trip down to Trenton. It's about an hour and 10-minute drive for us. This is one of Cassie and I's favorite conventions of the year. It is a complete and total charity convention. All the proceeds go to a charity selected by the students at Central Trenton High School. That is fantastic to me.
Yeah. It's $5 to get in, which not bad at all. There's a lot of vendors.
Your $5 that got in got you 2 free comic book day comics.
Yeah.
So
and they also were doing raffles.
Yep.
We didn't win any, but that's really nice when I think a convention does a raffle.
And we were there for a while. Tables for vendors are only $50 for a 10 by 10. That is a great price. So if you're a vendor and you're looking for a convention, Trenton High School Comic Con it's going to grow. It's a really good convention. A lot of good dealers. They have comic books. They have toys. They have artists. There's some comic book artists. There's also some of the students there selling their art. Go out and support a good charity. Next year, we'll be promoting it again as we did this year. Definitely go out to Central Trenton High School.
There was also a good amount of comic vendors.
Oh, yeah.
We were going through a lot of dollar bins.
We went through a lot of dollar bins.
Yeah, compared to some other conventions, a lot of comics.
And there were other things. There were toys and there were, Funko Pops.
Maybe we bought some toys this time.
Maybe we bought some comic books. Also there, actually stay to the end of this. We're getting close to 5,000 subscribers, which when we first started this channel, we never would have imagined that we would be getting to 5,000 subscribers. So we're going to be doing a giveaway when we hit 5,000. Stay tuned to the end of this. We'll start giving you some details on when that's going to happen and what we're giving away. So at Central Trenton High School Comic Con, we ran into a bunch of our friends there, which is something we like to do. We spent about 2.5 hours there because we do a lot of chatting. We do a lot of
we did a lot more chatting this convention.
We finally got to talk to Steve from Mutation Comics. He was the Comic Shop-orama visit last week. If you didn't see that, check it out. Steve runs a shop in the Medford Mills Shops. Great shop.
And he's such a nice guy.
Such a nice guy. He's hoping to grow that shop into a actual comic shop one day, not just in the mall. I hope that he does that at some point.
So go support Mutation Comics if you're in that area.
Yeah, he has 7 pull list subscribers now, he said, which is fantastic. Also, Greg from Phantasm Comics, one of our favorites. We love Greg. We gave him a hat. Here's a picture of us with Greg and the hat, which was great. John from New Jersey Comics that was not there because he was in Maryland, but his brother Carmen was there, and we chatted with Carmen for a while. Carmen's an artist and also a school teacher. So, we have a special fondness for school teachers. Some other people there, Christian Santos was there. Christian, we interviewed many, 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 many moons ago. Christian is a great guy. He always shows up for charity things around the New Jersey area. And finally, we were chatting with Chad from Comic Layer.
Chad?
Yeah, Chad from Comic Layer. He also runs a bunch of shows. He has a bunch of shows coming up. We'll be talking about them in a later episode. You should support Comic Layer, and you should support any of the conventions down in South Jersey. So what do you think about Central Trenton High School Comic Con?
I would say it is one of my favorite conventions, smaller conventions in the New Jersey area, because I don't like conventions that are purely comics, because I don't buy purely comics. So even though that's
buys only Star Wars.
So I really do enjoy this convention. I think it has a really nice variety of things. So comics, toys. There were Funkos, but I feel like there wasn't an abundance of Funkos.
I would agree with that.
There was a Funko I was looking at, and it was bought before I got to the table.
Literally, we were standing at one table looking at comics. She saw a pop on the other table. She's like, "Oh, that's really good. I think I got." And the next person came up and bought that.
Yeah, it was an out of the box, because I usually have most of my Funkos out of the box displayed, and it was Bride of Frankenstein from Creature Commandos. And I was looking at it while I was looking at comic books, so I was going to go there after, and then standing there, someone bought it.
Bought it for his daughter. It was a guy buying it when he was with his daughter. He bought it, which, you can't. There are a lot of kids there, so it's $5 to get in. A lot of dads and daughters.
Yeah, I like the original art. I was hoping that there would be a vendor there this year that was there last year that was selling custom purses that she made. I bought we can show a picture of it, because I bought a Star Wars Creatures purse. I use the purse almost every day, and I was hoping that she would be there. But I saved money from there not being purses, because I have a little bit of a purse collection.
Because as you may not know, Kathy doesn't pay for her comic books. That's her payment for being on the show.
Yeah, I did pay for some of my items this time. I also paid for some of my comics this time.
Yeah, okay. In the convention, there are a lot of, as Cassie said, a lot of good comic book vendors. There are a lot of great wall books, including a ton of really big books. I was actually standing next to a guy who made a huge deal, spent something like $1,600 on a couple of big books. Guy had a giant size X-Men #1 signed. Really big books. Let's take a look at some of the wall books at the convention.
definitely attend this convention next year. They've been growing bit by bit. It's not expensive to get in, but all the proceeds are going to charity. So I especially when it's a charity convention, I really don't mind paying to get in. They also were giving you free stuff for that $5, so you can't really beat that. And it had a really good variety of stuff. A lot of comic books to go through, so if you think you'll be disappointed, you won't.
We went through a lot of comic
listen,
book bins.
As you may know, watching our convention hauls, it is rare, I feel like, for me to get a lot of Star Wars comic books, but I got a pretty good haul this time.
Did. And for us, when we were walking into the convention, and before we even got into the convention, 2 people recognized us from the channel. Like, hey, you're the Collectors Confessions people. Oh, great to see you here. It was really nice. We always forget to take pictures. If you say hello to us at a convention, please say, oh, remember, you're supposed to take a picture. Don't ask to take a picture with us. Ask us to take a picture of you so we can put it on the show, because we like to show pictures of the conventions and people we run into at the conventions there. One of the interesting things at the convention, we got into a very long conversation about mustard pizza.
Oh, I wasn't there for this conversation.
So,
I was looking at other stuff.
I had never heard of mustard pizza before, and if you have, please comment if you've ever had mustard pizza. But down where we were in Trenton, there's a pizzeria that's famous for their mustard pizza, and what they do is they put mustard inside this tomato sauce, and it has a mustardy taste when they put it on the pizza. I don't know if I would ever try it, to be honest with you.
I would not like it.
Why don't you guys comment and sell me on it? If you are a fan of mustard flavored pizza, please let me know. I have never heard of it, but we really got into a nice conversation with a couple of vendors about it, and they love it, and they said the pizzeria down there is the best that they've ever had. So mustard pizza was one of the things that,
I would never eat it.
You would try it once.
No, I don't really like mustard, so.
All right. Remember, at the end of this, we're going to do a whole part. Yes, there's a whole. We're going to talk about our 5,000 subscriber giveaway coming up, so make sure you stay till the end of this video.
And send the channel to your friends so we get to the 5,000 subscribers.
You need to get to 5,000 before we give it away. So, what did we do at the convention? What we always do at conventions, we went through tons and tons and tons of bins, dollar bins, more than $1 bins.
I feel like at this convention, there was a lot of deals where the comics themselves weren't $1, but it was like they're $2, and then it's buy 5 get 5 free.
Well, there was one vendor who kept saying, if you buy 10, I'll give them to you $1.
Yeah, if
you buy 15, I'll give them to you for.
Yeah,
if you buy 20, I'll give them to you for 15.
He had a lot of newer Star Wars comics, and they were $2, and then he was like. So I gave him 10, and then he was like, you can pick 5 more, so they were $1.
Right.
And then he was like, for $5 more, you can pick 10 more.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
20 for $15, which, he kept lowering. He was like, I really just want to get rid of him. He kept lowering, which was cool. It was, she ended up buying a lot of comics there, but we definitely have a haul. So it's everyone's favorite time of our convention videos. It's the haul time. And Cassidy will start us off first. Not with her comic books, but with her other things. She didn't only buy comics. Tell them why.
Okay. I have a good amount of Star Wars action figures from my childhood that have been kind of missing. I haven't had them because we moved. Yeah, we moved about 8 or 9 years ago. And so they went to storage because we were moving stuff, and I just never found them. We knew that we didn't get rid of them.
We would never have gotten rid of them.
I just never got my hands back on them, and I have been worrying a little as to where they were. I figured, we figured we knew where they were. They ended up being in my grandparents' attic, and I was in my grandparents' attic and got them down this past week and found all of my Star Wars figures.
There was way more than she thought there were.
And actually, I have a lot of Disney movie figures as well. I actually have Muppets ones as well that I was very happy to find. But so I found my Star Wars figure collection, and I haven't bought other figures in the past few years because I didn't know what I already had. But now I do, and now it's a good thing.
The collecting is starting again.
Unfortunately, because now I'll be spending more money on it. But
she's gonna buy Star Wars figures.
I will be starting to buy a lot more Star Wars figures because I don't have any figures from like the last.
Buckle up!
Years.
She's gonna be buying Star Wars figures.
From Kenner's Star Wars collection comes the Stormtrooper, the Sand People, and all 20 action figures, including new Hammerhead, Snaggletooth, and more, each sold separately. And now, Boba Fett, Star Wars villain, with his laser rifle. Boba Fett is not yet available in stores, but you can get him free with 4 proofs of purchase from any Star Wars action figures. Details on specially marked packs at participating stores. Offer ends May 31st. Star Wars action figures sold separately from Kenner.
So here are some of the figures I bought. I don't have any sequel figures, so this was in the dollar bin, so can't really pass up $1. And I don't have any. My first Kylo Ren, my first sequel Star Wars figure. Go. I have a lot of sequel ones.
Yeah, that's basically when you were collecting was prequels.
Yeah, I got Kanan. Now this one is broken. It was in the dollar bin, so I won't pay more than $1 for a broken figure because he's missing, you know, the saber part of his lightsaber. But I really want to start collecting all of the Rebels characters because I really do love the Rebels show.
Told you in the last episode that she's gonna start buying more and more stuff, and here we are.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but
fortunate.
I'll be displaying
She's
that.
got her father's collecting bug.
Yeah. Okay, and then I got this Anakin Skywalker. I should actually take him out of the bag. I'm pretty sure this is him from his lightsaber is also in the bag, but I'm just gonna take out the figure. I'm pretty sure this is him from the Ahsoka live action show. Because it's Clone Wars era. But that's what it looks like. And then I also got an Ahsoka figure.
There you go.
It did come with her lightsaber. So I paid $5 for that one. I almost bought a $20 figure, but I was like, I'm not there yet.
She'll be there soon.
Because it's
getting there.
I take out all of my figures out of the box. None of them stay in the box.
Nope.
So
opposite of her father in that regard.
So I didn't want to pay $20 for an in-the-box figure when I know I'm just going to take it out. So,
and
not there yet.
At conventions like this, there are a lot of loose figures, so you don't really have to buy them in the package. You get them loose, and it's cheaper, always.
But the vendor that I was looking at, very thankful that he had Star Wars figures, but in his bin, there was a lot of broken figures, and I was like, I'm not going to, like, missing their heads. I was just like, oh, unfortunate.
They are what they are.
Okay, now getting to the comics.
Well, we'll both look at our free comics.
Okay, so we'll both show our free comics. So you could get 2 free comics. They were all free comic book
and they were
day.
from multiple free comic book days. Like it wasn't just this year. It was from like the past couple of years.
So unfortunately, there were no Star Wars ones. But I am also a Marvel fan, so I got Marvel Voices.
That's 2025.
I don't know.
Might be 2024.
Let me look at what.
This is 2022. This is Marvel Voices 2022.
Okay, and then
it's the older one.
This is Marvel Voices 2024.
There you go. So I picked up ones that I didn't get at actual free comic book day. DC All In with the new Superman storyline and Superman for All Seasons. So I needed some of the actual ones from free comic book day, so I picked up these 2. Go ahead with the rest of your haul.
Okay, so I bought comics that I don't usually buy. I bought some classic Star Wars.
What? Classic Star Wars in the dollar?
Yeah, they were in the dollar bin. So at first I was like, I'm not gonna get them, and then I was like, I can't pass.
I keep trying to convince you. Anytime you see these in the dollar.
Yeah, I couldn't pass it up. So this is Star Wars 58.
If you have never read the old Star Wars series, they get very interesting after the initial couple, which is the movie tie-in. Then they get really into some
and
really
Star
interesting
Wars
characters.
77.
And the series goes for a very long time.
Yeah, it does. And that's why I haven't started collecting it.
And you never see it in the dollar bin, so.
Yeah, so I really couldn't pass it up. Then I got some Dark Horse. So I got Star Wars Republic number 48. Star Wars Hyperspace Stories number 2. Then I got Star Wars Droids number 6. I actually already have this comic, but we were doing I think it was the buy 5 get 5
we
free.
needed 5 more.
So we needed 1 more.
Right.
And I'm planning to cover my comic boxes in comic books, and I need dollar bin comics to fill them up, so I decided to get this.
So that will be cut up and used to decorate a comic box.
Okay, and then I got Star Wars The Last Command number 3. And now going into the Marvel Star Wars, I got Star Wars number 25. I believe this is volume 2 of this.
No keys yet. What's going on?
Marvel series. Star Wars 37. Then I got Star Wars The High Republic Trial of Shadows. And mentioning keys, this is my first key of the haul. This is the first appearance of Arathab, Emmerich Kaftor, and Cian Hall. Always have fun pronouncing the Star Wars names.
We're gonna play Who Wins the Key game today. Who has the most keys?
Okay, then I got Trial of Shadows number 3. And Trial of Shadows number 4. Then I got Star Wars High Republic number 5. And this is key number 2. This is the first full appearance of Niagara the Merciless. High Republic number 9. This is the first cameo appearance of Lorna D.
Key number 3.
It's a really long name. Noran Bakara Kana. And then the first appearance of Zetar. I actually was practicing that name.
3 keys so far.
Okay,
3
then I got
keys.
Here's it's also a key because it's Mandalorian number 1.
That was in dollar bin?
So it was technically $2, but then I got this from the seller who gave me 20 comics for $15. So this is key number 4. It's the first appearance of the Mandalorian, also known as Jaren.
That's the first appearance of Mandalorian in comics?
Yeah, because it's the first Mandalorian comic book, and the character didn't exist. Before the Mandalorian.
That's worth a lot more.
I don't know. Actually, we should look up how much it's worth.
We should definitely look it up.
So it's also the first appearance of Greef Karga, Dr. Pershing, the Armorer, and then IG-11. And it's the first cameo appearance of Grogu, and the debut of the Razor Crest.
So that's the first appearance of the Mandalorian and Grogu. That has to be worth money.
I mean, it came out recently, and he actually had multiple copies of it.
Okay.
So
maybe not. All right.
I don't know. I feel like it might be too new for it to be worth money.
You know more.
Okay, and then I don't know how much they're worth. I just buy them. Well, you buy them.
Yeah, I buy them.
Okay, and then Mandalorian number 2. This is the key number 5 because it's the first full appearance of Grogu.
Wow. Okay, so you got the first appearance of the Mandalorian.
Because I have a few Mandalorians, but I didn't have I think the first one I have is 4.
Okay.
So I was very happy to find 1, 2, and Mandalorian 3. And then this is key number 6. Because this is the first appearance of Paz Vizsla and the debut of Mando's Beskar armor.
Very awesome.
Then I got
6 keys so far.
Yeah, 6 keys. And not even that many. But so then I got The Rise of Kylo Ren, number 4. I don't really have a lot of sequel comics, but it was less than $1, so. Then I got, another series. There were so many Star Wars series. And I just keep grabbing them for some reason.
I should make fun of you like you make fun of me when I say I pick up another series.
I know. I wonder, because even though I only collect Star Wars, there are so many Star Wars series, and I shouldn't pick up so many different ones, but I do. But I got Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser, Halcyon Legacy. Okay, so this is number 1. This is key number 7.
7 already.
And it's the first appearance of D309, Riola Kivan, and Shore Kumran. And now, the reason I picked up this comic book to start the series is because of number 3. It's featuring Anakin Skywalker and Padme, so I had to pick it up. I had to. Then I got Star Wars Obi-Wan and Anakin. This is number 1, I believe. So, another new series to pick up.
Another one.
But this is key number 8. It's the first appearance of Kalara and Mother Pran. Then I actually have some of these already, so I got Star Wars Obi-Wan number 3 and Star Wars Obi-Wan number 4. So, yeah, that's the haul. I actually don't know how many it was. I wasn't counting.
8 keys, right?
8 keys.
There you go. So 8 keys.
In this pile. And I don't look for keys.
All right, let's see how we did. Here is my haul.
Let's compare them.
There you go. Mine's a little bit.
I know, but like
I
did good with Star Wars.
Your Star Wars doing better.
Something that I will start looking out for more, but I really haven't seen it anywhere, is no one ever has Doctor Who.
Yeah. Cassie does start looking for Doctor Who. We rarely ever see Doctor Who especially in dollar bins or even in any bin. So.
I know, it's really unfortunate. But anyway, your haul.
My haul. So right out of the gate, a series I had never heard of, Tachyon. This is issue number 2. I bought it because it has a Flash cover appearance, so I collect Flash appearances. Sometimes you don't even know that they're in comic books, but here is him in this comic book. No idea what this comic book is about. I'll start looking for it now. Here's a big one, my first key. This is actually a gold key. This is the first appearance of Steel and Superboy. So this is a big one. We all know if you collect the comic books back at this time, you bought, this is Adventures of Superman, I don't remember the number, 520 something. This was a big book when it first came out. This is, like...
Do you know how much it's worth?
It's worth, $15 or so.
Oh, it's a gold key, so I thought.
It's a gold key. It's first print Steel,
yeah,
which is big. And that's Superboy, the new Superboy. So this is a big one. Still trying to finish the Milestone line, Shadow Cabinet, number 1. Didn't realize I didn't have this, but they had this in the dollar bin, so... Trying to finish all of these series. Blood Syndicate 5. Again, picking up all of these. Milestone 12. That's my small DC haul. Not many, but just enough. But the rest are Marvel. I'm actually a huge fan of the giveaways. So comic book giveaways. Because to me, there's a lot less of these than regular comics. Because people get these, they read them, they throw them away. This is Pizza Hut Real Heroes. It comes with a card. If you know, back in the 1990s, a lot of these poly bags came with cards. So this is, I believe there's 4 different issues of this. This is like the 4th one. If I see one that was a giveaway, I will pick it up every time. Here's the big one. So if you watched at the beginning of the episode, the Warriors comic book that we had never heard of before was our big thing. And then also going into the convention,
there was one thing
I needed to find in order to finish an entire series, and that one thing was New Mutants 14. And there is New Mutants 14. The series is finished. This is also key number 2. It's the first appearance of Magic. I have been looking at this for quite some time. Guy had this at a really good price. I've seen it for way more expensive. It was only $15. This is finishing the New Warriors for me. Big deal. We finished another.
The New Warriors.
Oh, the New Mutants. Sorry, the New Warriors. I still need one issue too. This is the completed run of the New Mutants. Done. Thank you.
Series finished. So
series finished.
Go to Trenton Comic Convention because you might finish a series.
or find books you never knew existed, like this. Marvel Superheroes 1983. Really like the multiple Superman covers. I don't know who the art is, but it stands out the way that they did it. Don't know who it is. Still working on X Factor 21. This is key number 3. It's the first Angel as Death. So he joins the Horsemen of the Apocalypse and becomes the Death. We picked up a bunch of Alpha Flight. We're almost done with this series too. 62. 66. I think we need less than 10 of these, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
89. Cassidy pulled out a bunch of these.
It's just the lowest number we need.
96.
I haven't found.
123. 124. 125.
I think we'll finish this series within the next month.
126. So there we go. We bought a bunch of these. I'm sure we're down to just minimal amount. I like the old monster comics, Where Monsters Dwell. This was in a dollar bin, so I had to pick it up. Needed it for the collection. Grabbed it. Cassie saw a bunch of Thor comics, so we grabbed them. And the person selling them actually threw in a card with them. This is Thor 301, also key number 4. The first appearance of Intro Talo. Don't know who this first appearance of Talo. Don't know who that is. I'm assuming it's one of these guys, but there you go. 305. Again, also comes with a card in there. 306. I like that they threw some of these cards.
I honestly, I thought that maybe that's how they came originally.
Me too, and I had to look and be like, no. Key number 5, the origin of Firelord and Airwalker. There's Firelord, which we talked about recently in our interview with Tony Fleeks. We couldn't think of his name. 307. 310. 459. This is key number 6, the first appearance of Thunderstrike. Didn't realize that this was when it was. Bought a couple of good Silver Age comics from one vendor. Had them, gave me a great deal on these. Avengers 38. Key number 7, the first meeting of the Avengers and Hercules. Look at that. Look how old Silver Age looking that is. It's a great book. 45. Key number 8, the first appearance of Super Adaptoid, and that same Hercules joins the Avengers for the first time. There's a go. Key number 8. What the official Marvel Index of the Avengers. I like these just to read about what the comics are about. You know, we wouldn't have a haul if we didn't have some Fantastic Four, so we picked up some Fantastic Four.
That's a good amount.
Marvel Knights, Fantastic Four number 2, number 16. Fantastic Four, I believe, is volume 3, number 50. Fantastic Four, I believe, this is volume 4, number 5. Number 8. This is when it goes back 3 something, right? This is like 412 or something like that. The actual thing on it.
Oh yeah, we had to look it up.
Yeah, we have to look it up. Oh, this is like 410. This is 412. And then if you watched last week when we went to Mutation Comics, I picked up this series, Unstoppable Molecules. I think I picked up issue 3. This is issue 2. So I've never seen this comic before. And then there you go. 2 weeks it's there. This was actually the where we tied right now, 8-8.
Oh, for keys? Yeah.
I bought a Star Wars comic, which rarely happens, but it's my favorite Star Wars story, Life Day. I love Life Day. I make Cassidy and her sister watch it every Christmas morning.
Yeah, we watch the Christmas special.
We watch the holiday special. This is key number 9. This is the first appearance of Burra Aga Burra. It gives me the win this week. I have 9 keys. You only have 8 keys. Thank you, Star Wars, for the save.
I actually found that for him because I
know
he likes Life Day, and I wasn't sure.
There's my haul. Also have, this was a gift from Greg at Phantasm Comics for Brian. I have to give this to Brian when I see him. Interesting thing about this is that it's signed by Tom Snagorski, who is a friend of the show. We have interviewed Tom. Tom is a great guy. We were Brian's gonna be very happy to get this. It's one of those weird books that only that Brian would like. Weird black and white cover. I'm giving this to Brian soon. So that's our haul. Cassidy almost won for the first time. Almost won the key competition.
I didn't know it was a competition, but
so as of right now, we are about 200 subscribers away from 5,000. As we said earlier, we really had no idea that we would ever reach this many subscribers when we first started this channel. We've only been doing this for about 2.5 years. We really enjoy doing this. We love going to shows. We love going to shops.
We love meeting people.
We love meeting people. We love interviewing creators. So in order for us to thank all of you for supporting us through this time, we wanted to do a giveaway for when we hit 5,000.
So it's not yet.
The last time we did a giveaway was when we hit, I think, 1,000. So it's quite a while ago. So it's not yet. This is not the giveaway yet. We will announce it in a future episode that this is the giveaway thing. Once we hit 5,000, it will be the next episode after that. So the giveaway is going to be a nice copy of The Man Called Nova #1. We saw this selling for, quite a bit of money, $60-$70. This is in really, really good condition. So this comic is worth some money, and you can get it for free. We're just waiting to hit 5,000 subscribers. Once we do that, that next episode will include this in it and how to win it. And, we will pick a winner about a week or two after that, and we'll send you this. Probably when we do that giveaway in that episode, we'll probably be giving away more than just this. We'll probably give away a couple of other books. So there's not just one winner. There'll be multiple winners. We like to keep you guys happy. You guys support us. Some of you have been supporting us since day one. You watch all our videos. We really appreciate it. You share us with your friends. So help us get to 1,000. Share this video with your friends. That's it. I got nothing else. You got anything else? Go to Central Trenton High School Comic Con next time. We are going to be on Father's Day. We will be at a convention. So if you're in the area and you have nothing else to do, check out John's free Father's Day show. The whole family's going to be there. Not just Cassidy and me. It will be, my wife will be there and my oldest daughter will be there. And we're also going to be at Garden State Comic Fest, the last weekend in June. If you've never been there, that is an absolute fantastic convention.
It's probably my favorite in Jersey.
And she said that many times before. Definitely go there. Keep an eye out for us. We will probably be there on Saturday. We are thinking about going both days, depends on how our schedule looks, but definitely a good convention to go to. We save a lot of money for that one because it's not a small convention, but it is a nice size convention with a lot of really good artists, with a lot of really good celebrities there. We will be doing shorts on who's going to be there as it gets closer. Keep an eye out for those. Definitely show off that great convention you should not miss. If you are in the New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York area, anywhere you could drive there, go to it. New place this year. We've been going for a number of years. They're moving to a bigger place. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm
a lot
excited
of
to
our
see
friends
the
are going to
new
be,
place.
a lot of our friends are going to have table there, and we're going to be going there. So we plan to meet up with some people. So that's it. Love what you collect.
Collect what you love.
We'll see you next time. Send me that Warriors comic if you have it too. Thanks, guys. See you later.